He's the horror hunter from down under. He will go in search every week of the best and worst in horror movies throughout the month of October. His mission? Don't come back until he's found some of the best and worst putrid piles of horror goodness you could ever imagine. G'day, I'm the horror hunter from down under, and tonight we're talking Night of the Comet. If you're not familiar with Night of the Comet, it's one of the best horror comedies to come out of the 1980s, and I'm aware I've been talking a lot about the 1980s. However, I've also got two movies from 2006 on this list, so give me a break. We'll cover modern horror as we go on, but I just love the classics. So, here we go. Night of the Comet. Why should you love it? Why do I love it? Well, I love it because, like I said before, it's a great horror comedy. But on top of it being a horror comedy, it's one of those horror comedies that comes right at you. You find yourself being engrossed in the characters and the plot, and on top of all of that, it's all done in camera. That's the best part about these old movies. There's not a lot of CGI to talk about. Now, all of that said though, the reason Night of the Comet works as well as it does is because of the excellent ensemble cast. Now, if you're familiar with Star Trek Voyager, you might know this guy. Alright, now, aside from that, you've got this girl from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and this girl from The Last Starfighter. So, does that sound interesting? I hope so, because we're going to keep going. The basic idea behind this movie is that there's going to be a comet that's going to sweep by the Earth, and people are going to be able to see it. It's going to be really spectacular, right? But what happens is, people mysteriously materialize into dust particles, unless, of course, they were shielded by the comet's radiation in a lead structure. Then they can survive. However, there are some people who weren't really protected, and as a result, they have become, ready for this, zombies. So, the fact that the two lead actresses in the film are strong females is amazing. In fact, this is one of my favorite scenes from the movie.
Great. See, this is the problem with these things. Daddy would have gotten us Uzis.
The car didn't know the difference.
A cheerleader with a machine gun. High school me would have had a field day searching my psyche, I tell you. Back to what I was saying. Anyway, on top of them being strong females, they're also typical materialistic 1980s valley girls. So, one of the best scenes in a movie is where they actually go on a shopping spree, where there's of course no one in the mall, and of course a montage happens. What's more 80s than a montage? So, if the idea of a zombie movie featuring valley girls with machine guns sounds good to you, check out Night of the Comet. It's one of the best horror movies to come out of the 1980s, and I definitely think you'd dig it. So, Aaron Talks will be back next month. 31 Days of Horror is continuing tomorrow. And of course, I've been the Horror Hunter from Down Under. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time Aaron Talks and 31 Days of Horror has another YouTube video uploaded. I'm the Horror Hunter. I've been talking, and I'll see you later.